White chicken chili and Trina's cornbread. It is absolutely a pair made in heaven. Trust the process, believe in yourself. Let's get this done. All right, guys, let's put this pot on high, get a big pot. If you're making as much as I am, I will be doubling the recipe as per usual. You guys will notice if you start following us. And please do follow and like if you like the video. It does kind of motivate us to keep trying new things, which we're going to, and we hope everybody enjoys what they're seeing. If not, give us recommendations. What do you want to see? What do you like? What do you not like? We're going to get the oil up to temperature, and then we're going to add the onions. We want to get those a little translucent. We don't need to brown these or caramelize these. I don't need that. We'll get these cooked up a little bit, get them to start to go translucent. All right, the onions are where we want them to be. They're just starting to clear up a little bit. We're gonna add our garlic. Oh, wow, that went everywhere. We're gonna clean that up. We're gonna cook this for about a minute to get fragrant. We want the garlic to cook a little bit. Definitely not gonna burn it. All right, that looks good. So let's go ahead and get started with our spices here. I've got a couple tablespoons of that McCormick umami. You've probably seen this in other videos we've had. You do not have to add this. In fact, it's not even in the recipe. I only threw it here because we like it, and I don't want to lie to you what's in it. Then we have our cumin. We have our Mexican oregano. Mexican oregano isn't much different than regular or Italian oregano, but it has more of a citrusy hit, a limey hit. And since we didn't want to put lime in our chili, that helps a little bit. Paprika and our cayenne pepper. A little bit of this goes a long way in a long cook. So let's get that going. Get those spices bloomed a little bit. Now we're going to add our liquid. Since I'm doubling the recipe, I'm going to start with half my liquid since I have so much, which is 4 cups. We're going to stir that around just for a second. We're going to go ahead and add some of our salt. I want to get the salt in a little early. That way it'll get dissolved in. And by the time it comes to simmer, I can do my second tasting. Little pepper, not much. You could use white pepper instead of black pepper, but honestly, we're not presenting this chili, so it can be a little speckly. It doesn't bother us at all. The white pepper works just as well. All right, now we're gonna use our beans. Now these we can get at Walmart. I think you get, or at Meijer, Walmart, other grocery stores. We don't really use Randall for anything else, but we do like their northern beans. They're already pre-cooked, so it can make for a quick chili, but we love this stuff. So we drain those beans out. At this point in the cook, you just wanna stir gently because these beans are already cooked and you don't want to mush them up too much. It wouldn't hurt to have a few of them break apart. It'll help thicken the soup. And why I said you want to put half of your liquid in first is because I don't know how much beans, if you follow the recipe exactly, you probably don't need to do that. But if you decide you don't like beans, then there might be already enough broth in it that you don't need to add the other half. But obviously I've still got a lot of ingredients left to go, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my other box of broth. So that's a total of, for me, 8 cups. We'll add in the green chilies. This recipe is green chili heavy. You can use as much as you want, but I'm telling you, it makes it. Add in our corn. Now remember guys, I am doubling the recipe, so this is a lot of soup. We're just gonna keep that on high because we wanna bring that up to a simmer. If you don't have all those ingredients, all those herbs, I recommend Carol Shelby's white chicken chili. No, they have no idea who I am, and I'm not sponsored by them, but this is an excellent kit for white chicken chili if you don't have much time to measure everything out or you don't have all those ingredients. And yes, I have used it before. I love it. This is the same brand that I use for my red chili when I'm not doing it homemade because it's just right. It's not expensive, and it is in where your packet gravy mixes are. That's where you'll find this. It's amazing stuff. Use it. Okay, we'll come back to this when it gets to a simmer. Okay, it's almost to boiling. We don't want it to boil. There's no real reason for it. Let's turn that all the way down to simmer. Now you can do one of two things here. You can add the chicken in now because you've only got about 15 minutes. Even though the recipe says to put the chicken at the very end, you don't need to do that. You can put it in now because it's such a quick dish that you can put the chicken in a little early. That'll help get the chicken warmed up, maybe get the juices out of the chicken. Oh yeah. And the funny thing is I still got more chicken, so I want to see how much I can fit in this pot. Here, let's go with that. I don't want to go anywhere. That's kind of nuts there, but you can stuff this with as much chicken as you want. It's a good vehicle for it. Now, it calls for 4 cups. 4 cups is basically 1 rotisserie chicken. But if you want to, you can take chicken thighs, fry them in the bottom with a little olive oil on both sides till they're done. Pull it out, put your onions in and fry those. That gets the fond off the bottom. That'll help with more flavor. But chicken chili, I think, was really invented for the ease and efficiency of making it and getting it done. Rotisserie chickens are perfect for that. You can get them anywhere from $4 or $5 to $7 or $8. Each recipe calls for 1. So that's a cheap addition, honestly, for as much protein as you're gonna get out of it. So we're gonna let this sit for another 15 minutes and we'll come back, plate it up, and get Trina in here. Okay guys, it's done. It takes about an hour to make, but you can let it sit for another hour. That's what we like to do, make about 2 hour total time. But this chili can be done in half an hour if you wanted to, but you need to give it at least an hour for everything to come together, and you'll see why when you try it. We paired it with Trina's cornbread. I don't know how many times to say this, but if you haven't tried Trina's cornbread, it will redefine what cornbread should be. I am not lying to you. This is a different type of cornbread. Give it a shot. I know you'll love it. But anyway, let's have Trina come in here, let her try this, and we'll see what she thinks because this is for dinner anyway. Train. Hey babe, hey, it's done. It's done. And it's one of the quickest kind of one-pot meals too.
So much flavor.
It is amazing how much flavor it is. It doesn't look like it looks thin and kind of boring. Man, it explodes with flavor. Also, if you want to thicken this up, you can use sour cream or cream. I have that as an option in the recipe. You can make a creamy white chicken chili. Trust process, believe in yourself, enjoy. See you later.
Yeah.
That Shelby's mix, if you guys don't have the time to put together all the spices or don't want to spend the money on all the spices, that Shelby mix is top notch. It's not a cheap mix. It's not, what I mean is it doesn't have cheap ingredients. There's there's dried jalapenos in it. There's cayenne pepper in it in separate packets. So you can add as much heat or as no heat as possible or as much as you want. A large flavor packet. There's masa in there if you want to thicken it up.